Airspan Networks, which provides software and hardware for 5G network solutions, just announced a merger via SPAC with New Beginnings Acquisition. It has some big name investors too, Dish, SoftBank, Qualcomm. This merger is expected to close in the third quarter. And joining me now is Airspan CEO Eric Stonestrom. Eric, good to have you here. Look, this is not Airspan's first rodeo, right? I know the company went public back during the dot-com bubble. It collapsed and never fully recovered and was actually delisted back in 2009. Why is now the right time to come back to the market, and why do it via a SPAC?
Oh, yeah. And hello, everyone. So we have had a good experience, obviously, in our run across being both a public and private company. We went public in the height of 2000, July 2000. We actually stayed public until 2009 in the great financial crisis. And at that time, we were selling primarily broadband fixed wireless equipment. We were a big fish in a small pond. And so we used the opportunity through the next few years to retrench around deeper markets. So we're really excited about where we are now with 5G. It's the deepest market. When I say deep, I mean the opportunity to sell a lot of equipment to a lot of different types of customers, and it's a space that's going through massive transformation right now. And so being interested in getting again in the public market, very much momentum on revenue, on top line growth, on profitability. This was a good time to step forward. We are a U.S. pure play making 5G radio equipment. That is very relevant when you look at the landscape of who makes this type of equipment. Huawei is a large Chinese vendor that's been pulled out of a number of Western markets and markets like Australia and Japan. We're stepping in, and interestingly, we're bringing in innovation. So our products are better and less expensive and more innovative than even a company like Huawei. And obviously, versus the legacy suppliers like Nokia and Ericsson, we're bringing a lot of tremendous innovation in software, as you mentioned, and this simplicity and ease of use that make these products really compelling. So it's a good time to get public. Yep. The U.S. investors looking for a U.S. pure play in network RAN, and that's Airspan.
Well, you certainly have scale, right? You have more than 1,000 customers in over 100 countries, but you are going up against some large established companies in this space. You mentioned, I think you said Nokia, there's Ericsson, there's Samsung, the list goes on. So what is it about your technology that is disrupting the 5G space?
Yeah, so in 5G landscape, we need many, many more cells. The operators have to carry much, much more information. There's not a lot of extra spectrum being available. Some was announced today by the FCC. What's really unique about Airspan is we've specialized in densification and putting out thousands of cells. As you mentioned, 1 million cells. We're very proud of that. And in serving the operators and also new market entrants with a very dense architecture equipment. That necessitates much more software. You can see here in the picture one of our products that's a millimeter wave 5G base station. And these types of cells, you can see Airspan is specialized in making them quick and easy to deploy, take very little real estate. We don't need tower companies to provide the hosting for this. And it gives an opportunity for 5G operators to offer the best and most innovative services at lower cost. We are not afraid of the larger competitors like Nokia and Ericsson. I see them like the mainframe suppliers in the 1980s as the world went to disaggregated software with Microsoft, disaggregated desktop computing, PC-based computing. That was very tough on the legacy suppliers. I think Nokia and Ericsson are in a similar position here. Here you can see an example of a product that goes on a cable strand. So there we've been super innovative to bring together the asset of over 1 million miles of overhead cable strand in the US. Makes it very inexpensive to deploy this equipment. It's all about the cost of deployment, total cost of ownership. We bring real innovation there.
Talk to us a little bit about how you're going to use the money raised from this SPAC merger with New Beginnings Acquisition there in Q3. I know you have plans to expand into the UK and probably want to win more of that business away from China's Huawei as more governments and companies shy away from doing business with them.
Yeah, so we're definitely turning on the accelerator on growth. There are opportunities in every country in the world. There's new spectrum and new potential market entrants, greenfield carriers, fixed wireless operators, private 5G networks. And so we're going to have a substantial increase in sales and marketing to grab that market share. We're also going to focus a lot on more software. We have over half the company now are software engineers. We have over 350 doing that work. We're going to add more software engineers as fast as we can hire them. This is a software-driven business, and we're going to hire the best that we can get. And this SPAC process gives us financing to really pursue this growth seriously. You mentioned the list goes on about Nokia and Ericsson and Samsung. Actually, it's not a very, very long list. And so we're stepping into some big opportunities with tier one carriers that historically bought from those names. And so we're going to be staffing up to serve those customers well.
Yeah, I think you even have a deal recently with T-Mobile. So you're definitely in there with the big guys. Is the company profitable at the moment?
So we were profitable in the fourth quarter of last year. We're targeting just profitability and break even for 2021 on the EBITDA level. And we've had tremendous improvement in metrics. Our gross margins went up from 32% in 2018 to 49% in 2020. That's a function of higher software content. And so we're marching very well towards profitability. We have invested very heavily in R&D. We've built what I feel is the best portfolio in the marketplace, not only to compete against the big names you mentioned like Nokia and Ericsson, to bring more innovative solutions to mobile carriers, but also fixed wireless. There are companies like Cambian and Ubiquiti, and fixed wireless has really become a theme as we've all shifted the way we work and where we have much more need for broadband in home. The wireless tools that we've assembled for that are absolutely first class. And we're going to continue to take share in that fixed wireless space as well. And then in the private space, we have partnerships with people like Motorola Solutions Incorporated that brings these types of products to state and local government and the education sector and other very well-established enterprise customers. So enterprise channels. So very much focus on that.
All right, we're going to be looking forward to the SPAC coming to market. The company is called Airspan. Eric Stonestrom is the CEO. Thanks so much for being with us.